I would quite sure say it's impossible to know, period. Well, until you die, obviously. Assuming that there's something afterwards, then you'd know. If there isn't, then you wouldn't know. You'd be dead, nothing else. And this one's a good one. The robbing the bank or killing people. Yeah, evolution doesn't talk about that. In fact, no science talks about morality at all. So I don't know where you're getting that from. That's your own interpretation and has no bearing on disproving evolution. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it's not true. Sorry. Then you go to the Bible. Now, you automatically assume that the Bible is true. How you assume this, I don't know. Why you assume this, I don't know. All I know is it's an assumption based off of nothing. Different set of answers. You still haven't disproven evolution, and you still haven't proven creationism. All you've done is said, ooh, if this is true, things will be bad. If this is true, things will be good. Go for the good. Good is good. What is bullshit? Did I know that people used to think the world was not as old as we do think now? Yeah, it's called scientific discovery. You see, it's this little process where as technology advances, you can find out more things. You see, thousands of years ago, people didn't know about the spectrum. People didn't know about gaseous planets. People didn't know about other galaxies. See, people didn't know about nuclear fusion, fission. People didn't know many things. Just because we know it now and they didn't know it then doesn't mean it's bullshit. Sorry. All that means is that the scientific process, along with technology, is advancing. Good job. You're right. Spontaneous generation has been disproven. Abiogenesis is not spontaneous generation. Abiogenesis is somewhat comparable, but no. Spontaneous generation stated that something just popped out of nowhere, that a fly just came out of nowhere, that earthworms just popped out of nowhere. No. Abiogenesis, if I remember correctly, stated that lightning hits several chemicals with the right mixture and created amino acids, which are the building blocks of life. It's possible. I never said I believe in it. It's a hypothesis. It hasn't been proven. It hasn't been disproven. It's still very speculative. That has nothing to do with the evolution I'm talking about. I'm talking about biological evolution.
Oh, that kind.
Darwinism. Darwinian evolution. Not cosmic evolution, not chemical evolution, not stellar or planetary evolution.
Not social evolution.
I'm talking about evolution. Another logical fallacy. You mentioned macroevolution, but you failed to mention microevolution on the list. Now, you do realize both are connected, both are the same thing, right? All evolution is microevolution. All of it.
Well, he's got a whole deck of cards there working the evolution game.
People don't seem to understand this. All evolution is small
Nobody understands
small
the tarot deck
changes over millions and millions of years. So small, you barely even notice it.
Oh, I'm sure.
We've seen that. Macroevolution, as you so call it, is just when you compare one thing thousands of years ago.
You compare tarot decks, you got
something else thousands of years
it's
later,
easier.
and saw how over these thousands of years these small changes kept adding up and adding up and adding up until you have something so different from all of these so small changes.
Oh my, that's the end of my my little introduction to theosophical dialogue at the at the lodge. You know, in other words, they know what occultism is. Something is hidden. And you're working with it. Something is hidden. You're working with it. It's difficult work. It's difficult to feel around and you don't feel anything, and all of a sudden you feel something, and where did that come from? Have you ever tried to close your eyes? Just close your eyes and do things like a blind person. It's more challenging to some people than others. You get older, it's harder and harder to do. And there are genetic changes as you get older. I guess most of you're outside of your body. Like the heart has got to be good. Everything's got to be good, and there's all kinds of preservatives around your testicles and all, so that it keeps that healthy first. Like if you well, it restores it first. I don't know. These essential strategies for, how you hold your breath, and you can actually do it for 30 minutes because there's a special shutdown routine with the body. It takes 30 minutes, and it's useful, in survival, even through the birth canal. It's ready to go. So anyway, people survive drowning and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of systems. It's like Kabbalah might offer you 5 to 10 systems that you can think about. Like you've got 5 physical systems and 5 theoretical systems based on real properties of elements, energetic properties and photons and whatever. You've got photons, you've got material. Like the materials are the body, and the photons are the atmosphere, the what's moving in the ether, what's the fluctuations, the invisible energy. Most of it is invisible. It's not black. Black is definitely an experience of some kind. It's black is an experience. We don't really have any record of anything, and we see nothing. And the absence of seeing is we experience as black. Now, why is it? Why isn't that some color, some other color? Like you've got 16 million colors in some systems. In some systems you have many more, maybe 256 million colors. Why is black a color? Thanks.